Hello, welcome to Big Brother Group's annual Big Brother premiere party. Are you ready for season 21, Carrie?
I'm so excited.
We are back.
I'm so excited.
We have a new microphone. We have a light. We are ready to
No lamps needed here. Get ready.
Get ready. We're about to start interviewing house guests. Should be a lot of fun. So we'll see you guys in a bit. Hey everybody, I'm here with Scottie from BB20. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. I literally just got here from the airport. So everything's still like,
Okay.
Yeah.
Where are you living now?
I'm in Joliet right now.
Okay, cool.
And that's in Illinois. Joliet's in Illinois. It's by a prison.
Are you excited for the new season?
Yes, I'm very excited for the new season. I'm so out of practice answering these questions. Yes, I'm very excited for the new season.
Awesome. Were you a live feedster before you were on?
Yeah, I started watching live feeds during 14,
Okay.
which I feel so dumb about that. JoJo is here, and she looks way different in person. I didn't know. I literally just guessed some random Big Brother person when I saw her because I didn't know who she was, and I was wrong. But the second she talked, I was like, oh my gosh.
It's JoJo.
Yeah.
I know. Once you hear the accent and the voice, you're like, yes, it's her.
Yeah, she looks completely different in person.
You look great, Scottie. Have you been working out?
Not really. No more than usual. Just
Okay.
every now and then. Like I've been traveling a lot, so when I'm like home, I work out. But when I'm like on the road, I don't do anything.
Okay. Do you feel like you're more excited to watch this season now that like you've done it, or are you like, oh, I never want to see it again?
I would say I'm definitely not more excited.
Okay.
I feel like I was more excited before I was on the show, but I still want to see it.
Okay. And have you already like checked out the new cast and watched all the interviews and everything?
Yeah, I watched the Jeff interviews and I watched the Ika interviews.
right?
The Ika interviews are those are the good ones.
Ika is a queen. I'm sorry, Jeff, but Ika is the queen. So, who are you most excited about for this season?
What was that?
Who are you excited to watch this season? Early favorites.
My early favorites are Kemi and Jackson.
Okay.
I like Kemi a lot, but I think Jackson will do well because he seems to have like not like a monotone personality, but like the kind where it comes off boring enough to where nobody's going to worry about him.
You can kind of just like, move into the shadows a little bit for a while.
Yeah, but he also looks like he'll be good at physical comps. I think he's very like set in his values, so I don't think he's going to waver because of what people say. So I would say I think he's probably my favorite to win, but I really like Kemi.
Okay.
I would rather Kemi won, but I think it'll be Jackson. I do like Jackson though.
Okay. And if you had to guess, who do you think is going to be the first one out?
Oh my gosh, the first one out. It depends if they're doing a night one eviction. It's got to be Catherine, right? I can't imagine people would like be all right with her for an extended period amount of time.
Yeah. Did you hear all the drama too that like supposedly she ruined somebody else's chances of being on the show?
Yes, Jenna Jackson. I'm a Jenna stan. She's my favorite on BB21. BB21 Jenna.
Yes. So what do you think of the theme this year? BB is going to camp.
It's Big Brother 9 all over again. I mean, it's not like inventive, but at least like their whole house is like themed for outside. Like our house, like technology was, but there really wasn't that much technology throughout our house. Like what was technological about our kitchen? There were like wheels on the table.
I guess. I don't know. I don't know anything about that.
Technology wheels?
Was there like cavemen fires around too?
I wish. No cavemen.
Well, let's see.
We had an Amazonian though.
You had what?
We had a Amazonian. That's borderline caveman.
So if you could give any advice to future house guests, what would it be?
Any advice to future about getting on, about being on, about doing good, about what? Being after the show?
Maybe like actually playing the game.
Ooh, about actually playing the game. Whatever you're thinking is probably right, and like don't pay attention to other people.
So trust your instincts, stick with your gut. That sounds good. And my friend actually wanted to know, have you had your first kiss yet?
Yes, I've been kissed twice.
Wow.
Twice. I
Did you
know.
hear that? He had his first kiss.
I know.
We were very concerned. We want the best for you, Scottie.
They were concerned?
We were concerned. We want the best for you in life.
So like if I didn't, would I be like a sickness?
No, we just want you to be happy.
I would say though, like neither of them, like there were like no fireworks. They weren't like Princess Diary kisses, where she's like,
Little leg pop. For you or the girl?
What?
For you or the girl?
For me, I want that.
Okay, that's fair.
It's selfish, but I want a leg pop too.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. I have one more question for you.
Okay.
Well, no, that's a lie. One more line of questioning. Would you want to play again?
Would I want to? Hi. Yeah, why not? I'm not like aggressively seeking to, but if they were like, hey, you want?
CBS called you up and were like, Scottie, we want you to come back.
If CBS called me up, I would be very, very surprised.
Oh, after your exit. I mean, it happens, right?
Yeah.
It happens. Okay, so say you're back in the house.
Okay, I'm in the house.
You're in the house, and you see that it's all newbies except for you and your biggest enemy from last season. I don't know who that is. I mean, that's up to you, but
It's JC.
Okay.
It's JC.
It's JC. You
It's
guys hear that?
JC. Yeah.
Would you work with JC, or would you try and get rid of him immediately?
I'd get rid of him immediately. Absolutely gone.
Okay.
Yeah. He still plays the game. He's not in, but he tells everybody. He's like, I wanted to work with you. I was trying to work. He says it to everybody. It's like, we're not in the house anymore. Calm down. He's not over it yet.
Yeah. Do you still talk to a lot of your castmates?
I talk to, obviously, Steve. I talk to Steve all the time. Swaley. I'll talk to Fest occasionally. I talk to most of them occasionally, but Swaley and Steve are the only ones like I constantly talk to. Yeah.
Did I see you're going to be in the Swaley wedding, too?
Yes. Hey, good.
Sorry.
He brought bagels earlier. I didn't get any of them, though. Yeah, I'm going to be in the Swaley wedding. I'm excited about that. It's going to be awesome.
Well, thank you so much for chatting with me tonight. Enjoy the party.
I think I'm going to try. I've never, this is, unique.
I know, it is. There's a lot going on. But have fun.
I'm going to try. You have fun, too.
I'm here with Adam.
Blooper reel.
Everything's a blooper reel. Come on, Adam.
That's what's so great about live TV, right?
I know. This is not live, by the way.
I know. We're Big Brother, whatever.
Yeah. Well, how are you doing?
I'm doing amazing. This is the first year that I am not co-hosting the party, so I can just be here and enjoy myself. I don't care if anything goes right or wrong. I'm just here to have fun, and it's always a good time. How many parties have you been to now?
I've been to quite a few, and I have to say I have a better time each year. It just gets better and better.
We've been doing the New York premiere party since season 14, and every year it just gets better and better. We got the new players come out. We got Rockstar here. We got Kaycee here. We got JC here. I'm excited to meet JC. But it's such a good time, and thank you for coming out. And I say it to everybody else, thank you fans for watching. No matter how much or how little you contribute to the show, because without you, I'm just some guy.
It really is like a community.
It is, and remember that. Remember when people don't like your favorite player, you can have a difference of opinion. It's fine. You don't need to bash people online.
Yes, thank you for saying that, because I feel like as amazing as the community is, sometimes people get a little bit carried away. Maybe it's just because they're really invested, but
the only good thing about the haters is it makes me feel better about myself, because I know I'm doing something with my life. You're sitting there commenting on my life. I'm doing my life. So if you're a hater out there, you can change. You can change. Embrace. There's so many people here. You come to this party. I've known people that came here by themselves, and they walk out with 100 new friends. Yeah, that's right. That's what it's all about.
yes. How excited are you for the new season?
Oh, God, I can't wait. I've watched all the interviews. I'm ready. Again, I got to stick with it. My two are Jack and Annalise. My dark horse is Jessica. I think Jessica's got the bubbly personality. But what I really want to see is I want to see Isabella and Kemi team up as the Mean Girls, because those two are going to be sassy as all get out.
I would love to see that too, right?
Yeah.
That'd be
Who
great.
do you like? Or have you already told your fans?
I mean, I talked about it a lot. When you put me on the spot, though, I can't even think. I like Nick from New Jersey. He's cool. I know you tend to root for, the New Yorkers and the New Jersey.
But and this season we have so many New Yorkers.
A lot to choose from.
Nick just seems non-authentic. Like he likes to party hard and get girls, and he likes to go partying and drinking, and he likes to help kids with mental health issues. So it's like,
Who are you really?
yeah, exactly. So.
What about Nicole? She's from the area, right?
Yeah, she is. Then we got Tommy and Christy from the area, and then
Apparently they know each other.
that's the rumor. But actually, the rumor is fact. Christy's parents are here tonight, So I got to talk to them for a little bit. I warned them that I might bash their daughter on my blog, but if I'm bashing, it's because of game. I bash game, not the people, the game. The game. There's a difference.
Do you think all the New Yorkers are going to start working together?
You know what? Tommy and Christy, like, they're definitely going to, like, if they didn't know already, they're definitely going to know now. So I think that's an immediate duo, but it would be actually better for them to, like, work on opposite sides and, like, get information. But yeah, I think once they start going around the room and, like, see how much East Coast, because there's definitely a difference with East Coast than anywhere else in the world. So it's, there's a possibility that they just might just click. So.
I mean, it's kind of hard to avoid that because you're in this house with all these people you don't know, and then you have somebody that you share a hometown.
And that's what you look for in the house. You look for anybody that you can, like, bond with, because the days are so long. So somebody that's got a common interest is definitely an easy in.
So I have a question for you. So your first season, it was a mixed season. You had newbies and vets, right? Now you were on there as a newbie. If you were to go on again,
I would be a vet. And any newbie that wanted to work with me, I'd be happy. Because, again, when the newbies help the vets get far. And yes, I know I helped a vet win, maybe, whatever. I put myself in a corner, but I hate the mix. I hate the mixed cast. I like all newbies, all vets. Don't want to see otherwise, which is why I'm so happy. 2 years in a row, no vets, 16 brand new. So that's what makes the experiment so good. It's like nobody knows what to expect. Expect the unexpected, yeah, whatever. You know what to expect. There is a routine. Every Thursday is the HOH. Friday is nomination. Saturday is veto. But, like, knowing that, like, at the first week sucks. When you get to learn it, like, finally, like, fifth week, they're going to be like, oh, wait, I know what we're doing today. So the whole learning process, I think, is so much better when it's all newbies. It's more the experiment.
Speaking of the first week, real quick, one last question. Can you tell us anything that we may not have seen on your season from the first week? Because we never get to see that on the feeds.
You know, the first week, there was a lot of just, just shit talking. Like, everybody was just, like, trying to, like, one-up each other on jokes. And we did, like, a fashion show. Like, we did some fun stuff before the feeds came on. But the most shocking thing that was not seen was one of my castmates decided to get naked in the backyard. They dropped trow.
Tell us who that was.
Well, he just dropped trow after working out. So there was only 8 guys. There were 7 guys. So it was one of the 7 guys that I was in. Not me, so that makes 6.
Do the math.
So somebody finished working out. They were all sweaty. And I'll say Cassie opened the door to the backyard and was confronted with said nudity.
Guys, leave it in the comments who you think was streaking. I would love to know your guesses. Adam, thank you so much. It's always to chat with you.
Yes.
Have a good time. Hi, I'm Patty. Hi. Nice to meet Rockstar. I know. So how are you doing tonight?
Oh, this is so much fun.
You look amazing.
Thank you so much. You look beautiful. Yes.
I have to tell you, I had so much fun watching you last season. You added so much to the show.
Thank you. That means a lot. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot in general, but it's crazy.
Yeah. What have you been up to since you got home?
Really, I just been spending time with my kids, and I've been bartending at a casino in Maryland. And I'm gonna be on Evil Dick's show, Dick at Night, for this season, so that's exciting.
Oh, for the whole season.
Yeah, so I'm excited about that, and who knows what the future holds. Yeah.
Very cool. Have you looked at the new cast at all?
Yeah. So I really like Christy and Nick and Kemi and Ovi and Jack for some reasons. There are reasons. Yes, exactly. Vague reasons as to why. But they all look great. Like, I'm really excited.
What do you like about them besides Jack's amazing face?
I really liked what Nick was saying. He called out Flint and the water crisis, and I was like,
Mental health.
Yes, mental health. Yeah, I mean, right on. And then Christy, she to me just feels like somebody that I would truly be like very good friends with. So And I don't even know anything about her yet, but just her vibe and her magical eyes. She's got like these blue piercing eyes and some hippie shop that she owns. That's dope. Like, I feel like we would be real tight. Good friends.
You would join in on the gratitude circles?
I would. I have a lot to be grateful for. I've already, when she said that, I thought about like 10 things that I could sit around already.
It's like a big gratitude circle, you know, outside of the house too.
You gotta have gratitude in general for everything. Every day you wake up is a beautiful thing, you know?
So what do you think about the house theme this season, camp?
So I dressed kind of campy
Okay.
today. I was like trying to give my best 70s Marge Simpson, you know, camping realness here.
I think it's working. I love it.
I think it's exciting. I think it looks like a lot of fun. I really hope that they have a lot of fake fireplaces.
Yes. There's one right on
Yes,
the table.
I'm into that.
Okay, let me see. I had a specific question for you. Okay, so you were part of a really iconic moment, I think, when you were calling out Brett, right? Did you know in your mind, like, oh my God, this is going to be a huge deal? Or were you not even thinking about that? You were probably so enraged.
I blacked out actually. Like, I zapped. I was cussing, and Kaycee was like, Rockstar, we're still live. And I was like, and that's when, like, I couldn't even think of words that weren't mother cuss word. And so I just, whatever came out of my mouth, and like, I could write a better script that would actually be, but people seem to love it. I
thought it was great. I loved it. I had to go back and rewatch that so many times. I am not ashamed to say it. I loved it.
I love that. It's hilarious. Yes. It's funny, and my oldest daughter, whose birthday it was, she loves it. She's so pumped.
Happy birthday.
Yes, my middle one, Avalon, because of Radio, it was her birthday. Avalon's like, well, you have to go back on and you have to stay longer and you have to get mad at somebody on my birthday.
You have to go on again and give more birthday shout-outs.
Obviously.
And you just had a birthday too. Happy birthday.
I did. Thank you so much. I'm 36. Last year I turned 35 in the Big Brother house. That was crazy. I mean, so surreal.
And that happened before the feeds came on, right?
It did. So we had like a party in every different room of the house, and we pretended like there was a party bus, and JC was the bouncer. He was checking IDs to let people in, and it was like we pretended like it was a club.
That's so much fun.
It was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Anything else that you can share with us from that first week? Because people are always like, oh my God, we don't get to see the first week of feeds. What are we missing?
You just really miss us getting yelled at a lot about what we're not allowed to talk about. I mean, yes, there are things that happen and there are some like sideways things that people say that don't get on there, but it's so minuscule like a year later that, but definitely there are reasons why once the feeds do cut on, people like each other, don't like each other, or stay away from each other, or like, ooh, no, no, you know?
Oh, I knew. So do you still keep in touch with a lot of your housemates?
I do, actually. I think Brett is the only one that I haven't even like communicated with on Twitter or nothing. I tried. I gave him my phone number.
I mean, it is what it is, right? He's missing out. You're lovely. Thank you so much for chatting. We are here with Michelle. Michelle, how are you doing tonight?
I am doing good. How are you? I'm excited. BB21 is here.
I know. Okay, so I'm going to get right into it with you because I know you're a gamer still.
Yeah.
Who do you like this season?
Strictly by like a visual, reading the profile. I really like Christy. I like Tommy. I know about their connection. Don't sleep on Avi. I think Avi's going to be one of those kind of like Ian Terry, like laid back, sit back and kind of observe. And then when it's time to turn it on, he's going to turn it on. I like Kemi. And then there's a few I like here and there, but I can't really say too much until I see them in action.
Right. I mean, everything changes after that first episode, right? When we finally see them in the house.
When the true colors come out, when the makeup comes off, you know, the pink shirt that you wear during the photo shoot comes out, and you've lived with the people, you get up, you go to sleep, you eat, you do your laundry, you cut somebody in line, you're gonna go on the block. If you ever cut me in the laundry line, yeah, all that stuff is happening.
So I was just watching on Twitter, somebody has been putting up these like ASMR videos of fights, like classic fights. Have you seen the one that you're in yet?
I have not. Could you please give me some detail? I did get in a couple kind of fights.
I mean, kind of, right?
Kind of.
So there is a video of let's see, it was Keisha's birthday. Somebody is doing all the dialogue with the same inflection, but they're whispering it. It's hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
It's amazing.
I need to see this. Okay, yeah. So they did about Keisha's birthday party.
Anybody want cake?
The best birthday ever. I mean, we actually just watched that video, like not that one that you're talking about, but the actual YouTube video of Keisha's birthday, and it was like the awkward, like, happy birthday to you, and then it was like the complete silence at the end, and it was so awesome. So I need to see this video. Where is it?
It's on Twitter. I'll tweet it to you. I'll tweet you. Yes. So, okay, let's see. If you could bring back one like traditional BB thing that's not on anymore, say like the key box or like food competitions, what would it be?
So I definitely think the key wheel needs to come back. That big thing that's like weighs more than like a baby hippo, and you're like trying to carry it, and you're like accidentally hit somebody in the head with it. Like, oh, I'm sorry, it's really heavy. And then also like the food comp or like the luxury comp, you know. I think that something like that should come back.
Remember, like way back, they would have like the fashion one. You get to pick out all the new clothes, like whatever you can put on.
Yes. And then also Julie talking to the HOH.
Yes.
Remember before they'd go up to the HOH room, they'd ask them questions. But there's so much different stuff going on, so I don't know if it's a lack of like time, trying to get everything in. But I think like that would be like, because obviously my season was back to basics, so I think that just that like regular basic stuff would be kind of fun to see back. But yeah, it's not a must, but it would be great to see it.
Okay. Now we don't know what the twist is yet for this season. Do you have any like, besides back to basics, do you have any twists that you would like to see?
Well, one of the things that we are kind of hearing, I mean, you know, rumbles, I guess, in the jungle, would be like people knowing each other in the house, whether it's good or bad. I always kind of like the twist with like Cowboy and Nokomis. Like they didn't even know they were like
crazy
brother and sister. Like, can you imagine? Just never mind in the Big Brother house, in life. Like, this is your sister you never met. But then add it that's in the Big Brother house.
To quote Rockstar, I cannot.
Think about it.
I know, right? It gives you anxiety. It's crazy. How did they even figure that out?
Exactly.
Do you have to submit a DNA test when you go through casting?
Apparently. I mean, they take fluids from you, so it's a possibility.
Okay.
I just don't know exactly what they do with these fluids, so maybe. But I like the having a connection, like the maybe it not being so good, kind of like Dick and Danielle.
Because you don't know if they're going to work together or not.
Exactly.
So
I'm kind of hoping like something like that happens this season.
We live for the drama, right? I mean, I'll admit it.
I live for drama. Why not?
So, okay, would you play again, given the chance?
Yes, please.
So imagine...
I'll like pack my bags and like head over there right now.
I'll leave from here. Right now, she's going.
Just take me by helicopter and drop me right in the backyard. Like, I'll float into the backyard like, hi, I'm here. And probably they won't even know who I am because they don't even watch Big Brother apparently this season. So it'd be perfect. I'd be like, hey, I'm just here for a couple weeks. Like,
I'm just watching.
I'm just, you know, watching from afar.
Yeah. So say you get into the house and you realize it's all newbies, you, and your biggest rival from your own season. Wow. Do you work with that person, or do you vote them out immediately?
No, you work with them. Yeah.
Devil, you know?
Yeah, you work with them. I mean, that would be the right thing to do, right?
I mean, I would.
Then when it's right, off with their head. And by head, I mean their their existence in the house. Not really
Not
their
their real
head.
head.
No. We wouldn't want that to happen, would we?
No way. Well, thank you so much for chatting with me. I hope you have All right, we are here with Glenn tonight. I'm super excited because I've never actually gotten to chat with you.
Yeah, I know. We never have.
I've seen you around the BB streets, but this is the first time.
Yes. You know why? Because I usually am really lazy, and when it comes up to here, I never do my audition part.
So, what have you been up to lately?
Living life, being a dad, you know, the rough life. Not like some of these Big Brother people who still live home. We have jobs and careers, and we got to take care of them.
So, are you excited about the new season?
Always. I'm a big fan, super fan, so I love Big Brother.
Okay. Who are you liking so far? Who are your early
To be
favorites?
honest with you, I can't judge yet because through the interviews, what they have, it's all, you can never really get who they are. You need to see the intermingle. You got to see how they are with, you know, just like when I was going through my process, and they used to ask me, Glenn, who would you like? I said, I can't tell you until I meet them. And that's why as soon as I got in the house, when I linked up right away with Victor and Paul and everybody, I had the chemistry. It's all about chemistry. And that's got to be a ride or dies, and that's what happens.
Yeah. Okay, so I don't mean to bring up a sore subject, but you were, the first boot in your season. So,
I wasn't booted.
Was
I wasn't evicted. I wasn't booted, and I wasn't evicted.
okay, that's
I lost
that's
a
fair.
challenge.
Who do you think has some first boot material or first eliminated?
It all depends. It's really hard to really say because you don't know what kind of dumb twists they're gonna do. Hopefully it doesn't happen to like what happened to me, Jody, or Cameron, because it's really a shame because we go through so much to get on the show, and then to take it away from you that quick, and it always happens to real fans of the show instead of a recruit.
It really does.
Somebody who wants to be on the show who's really, and then you do that to them. It sucks.
It does always seem to happen to a super fan for some reason. That's so bizarre. Okay, but given the chance, would you play again?
Oh, a heartbeat.
Yeah.
I got a lot of unfinished business
I can imagine.
to definitely get back and do what I have to do.
You are part of actually like a really special club now, though.
No.
So I would love to see, I was just telling my friend earlier, a season with like half winners and then half first evicted, yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely love that. If anything, you should have the three people who got like jerked the most. Maybe bring us back as part of a team and do something, something in a way to right the wrong.
Right.
In a way, because I hate, which people tell me I shouldn't be upset about. I have a little sort of sour pill still, but not that big of a deal. But my problem is that I wasn't voted out, and my whole thing is Big Brother, you get voted out by your peers, and everybody got voted out. I'm the only person to never get a vote that didn't win.
That's crazy.
It's a Big Brother trivia. People go, oh yeah, you didn't have it. I go, and some fan had to come up and tell me that, and I had to go back and listen, and I'm like, wow, I am.
Yeah.
And they're like, Glenn, but you're still known. Everybody remembers you. I'm like, whatever.
I mean, there's something to be said for that, right? So if you go back into the house, can you give us a little bit of, would you have a strategy in mind going in?
Like I said when I was first going in the house, you can't really, you could go in with one way, and then everything changes to another way because you don't know what they're going to throw at you or what kind of personalities are going to be there. So you can really not say, if I say I was going to have a strategy, I would say I'm going to go in and not get voted out again. But, it's hard. You have to really be in that house to understand it and then take it from there,
Okay.
Yeah.
What kind of player do you typically like to root for? Do you go for the compies, the strategists, kind of like a floater?
I like real fans who want to play the game. I don't like a floater. I like a floater to a point.
I mean, there's a floater and a coaster, right? They're different.
I like a floater to a point. There's a certain time to keep your mouth shut and a certain time don't be your mouth. So you have to in some way be a floater, but then you also have to be able to manipulate and put your 2 cents in, to whisper in somebody's ear and then whisper in somebody else's ear and make them not look at you, But I like the underdog. I like the real fan. Those are the ones I root for.
Very nice.
You got some good questions.
Oh, thank you.
Very good question.
I'm trying to remember everything I came up with.
Compared to what I've been asked. So.
All right, if you could bring back one classic Big Brother thing that we don't have anymore, like say food competitions or the key wheel.
Those are exactly it. I was just talking to Matt from the brigade,
Yes, the brigade.
and we were discussing that. Me and Michelle, a bunch of us, we're in Brooklyn, in the Premiere House. And I said I would love food challenges. I would like the PB&Js, and I would like the key, definitely the key. I hate the photo.
You lose the whole dramatic effect.
Yeah, like you want to turn it and make it go to so you can look the person in the eye instead of looking at a wall, you know? Not that I ever got to see it because my photo was dim.
Glenn, don't do this.
Well, my buddy Paul gave me respect, and he also gave me props on it, so.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for chatting with me. I hope you have a great I really appreciate it. Hello, we are here with Matt from season 12.
Ah, you've done your homework, I see.
I've been watching since I was like 9 years old, season 1.
Really? Ah, good to talk to you then.
Talk to you. I know you're a big.
It turns in a good direction when you're going with the super fan. I like that. It's good, good.
What have you been up to? We haven't seen you. Well, I mean, I've seen you online. You do a lot of like podcasty stuff.
Well, as you can imagine, my life has been a whirlwind since season 12. Jet setting all around the globe, promoting my awesome season of Big Brother 10 years ago. No, I've been back at work. That's what I've been. What's your name? Maddie. I'm back at work, Maddie. So, and living life, but enjoy it. It's a fun, you meet all these cool people, and you get these little glimpses of like shit Z-list celebrity, and it's a fun little injection into my normal working life. So.
It's a nice little, sprinkle on top.
World here and there, it's fun.
What do you think of this upcoming season? Who are you liking?
Okay, so I did look at the cast a little bit. It's looking like a good cast, I think. I love dogging on the cast, but this is a hard one to do. I like I'm not going to know names, but I like the kind of pudgier Indian guy because I think Ovi, because he's funny. I think he has like some wit to him a little bit. There's all I can do is describe superficially, so viewers, I'm sorry about this. The Asian girl is really funny to me in her interviews.
What's her name? Bella.
Her last name is Wang. I remember that.
Isabella.
Stands out to me. Isabella. So I like those two people, but I do not mean to stereotype their descriptions. I just am bad with names, viewers. You have to be careful about that nowadays because everyone's fucking crazy. You say a little wrong thing and they're all over you on Twitter. So I'm a good guy. I love everybody. Everyone's great. Every cast member's awesome this season.
What draws you to those specific players? What do you like about them?
I like in the interviews I saw with them, they seem to be going into the house with a very like fun attitude where like, yeah, they're serious. Everyone's serious. Everyone wants to win. But it's like they're going to be lighthearted. They're going to chill and laugh and not be so like game mode, They're going to just take it for what it is. It's a fun experience that you should enjoy it. And I like people that go into the house and know that they kind of enjoy it. They want to enjoy it.
I know. I mean, there's like good players, but then there's good players that know that this is a TV show and they're trying to entertain, right?
Well, more to me, it's like one person is going to win, right? So if you go, the only thing that's going to make me happy and make this fun is if I win, you're setting yourself up for probably disappointment. You should go, it would be great if I win, but I really just want to have an awesome summer. And I think you're going to have a good experience doing that, and I think those two characters are going to probably go down that road.
Now, you were a very good strategist.
Hey, thanks.
I mean, I thought you were evicted way too early. I would have loved to see you stick around.
Such a good strategist that I made 7th place. Can you imagine what an awesome game I played, guys?
But you set up one of the most epic alliances of all time.
I will humbly accept that. Thank you, yes.
Now, how do you feel about so many people that have come after you trying to set up something like the Brigade?
It's been generally a failure, but it's flattering. I'm such a BB nerd. I watch the Canada stuff, and this recent Canada.
What did you think
season,
about Dean and his crew?
They did it good. Like mad respect. I had started off, I'm like, oh, these clowns are gonna try and brigade it and mess it all up again. And as it got going, I'm like, they did it right. They got the side alliances. It was a really, really good kind of tribute, I think, to us, and I liked it.
Did you notice parallels between like their alliance members and yours? Like, who do you feel like you were in that group?
Yeah, I was probably Mark got hoffed. So in the scheme of the game, I would have been the Mark because he got kind of pushed out. But personality and strategy, I was kind of maybe the Dane. Kind of a little goofy, weird dude, but had his head on right,
Do you feel like you would want to play again?
Oh, I mean, again, it's such a fun summer. If you go in and have fun, you're going to always want to play, of course. But who would want? No one wants me to play, but I'd go knocking on the door and be like, you guys let me in? I'll play.
I'm here for it. I would love to see you play again. I am an old school fan.
Thank you so much.
If you were to play again, would you change up your strategy?
Oh, 1,000,000%. Yeah. I mean, I had a terrible. That whole line thing was so stupid. It was such a terrible strategy. But you're in deep. What are you gonna came back out of it? I would. I would might have a little hard time because I'm not really much of a liar normally, and I probably wouldn't do that stuff again. But I have this stigma on me now, so I'd go in probably trying to play cool, and everyone would go, "No, he's an asshole. Get him out." So it would be. I would have a little harder time, but my strategy would be pretty straight up. I would probably try and do an alliance-y kind of thing again. What's your favorite season?
What's my favorite season? Ooh, I really love 6, 7, 10 is great. I really like last season too.
Strategy players are the competitive players. They're goofy ones.
I love watching the strategy unfold, but I also love like the goofy people who maybe aren't that great at the game, but they're a lot of fun to
Stir
watch.
things up a little bit. You've been a great interview.
Thank you. Well, thank you so much for chatting with me.
The cast on photos, but I didn't watch interviews or nothing like that. I'm really not much in, but I mean, I'll make a decision the next 2 nights when you see them. I mean, because the interviews, most of them say what they want you to hear. But when you start getting into the house and you're spending time there, and then you have to, things start to change as the real person comes out. So that's what we'll see, what happens then. That's what
Honestly, like you're not missing anything because everything changes, like you said, the second you walk into that house.
Yes. Oh my God, yeah. And then even the first month, it's pretty cool because it's smooth. And then they break into groups, and then everyone wants to make it to the jury. So then once the jury gets there, then everyone just, it's over with. Everyone starts talking about everyone saying stuff. And I'm like, what the hell are they talking about? They were just hanging out with me. We were just telling stories and laying in bed talking. And now they're saying they wouldn't make you breakfast. Once they start making you breakfast, you know you're screwed. That's it.
You're toast. You're toast.
Yeah, that's it. Well, toast, that's a good point. No pun intended.
Oh, it was intended.
Yeah, it was intended. So once I knew they weren't making no more breakfast, I'd walk out, I was like, no breakfast, and I was like, oh shit, I'm in trouble, man, yeah. I'm in trouble. So I tried to hold my own for a while, but you know, I made it as far as you can. I don't think anyone my age is going to make it that far, only because of this reason. The show's 21 years old now. So a lot of the cast are 25 years old. So they've been watching since they were 4 years old. It's like you trying to tell me about Gilligan's Island. I've been watching Gilligan's Island since I was 4 years old. So I know every one of them. So it's going to be hard for anyone to navigate through there. Because you know what they do? They all get together, let's get the oldest person out. And whoever doesn't vote against them, let's say the vote is 10-2. Everyone's wondering who the 2 people were. And then, they didn't agree with what we said. Let's get them out next. So everyone's scared. Everyone's nervous. So
that's a trend that's really popped up in the last few years. I feel like the House voting together.
Season, yeah. I don't know. I don't think I scared them. I think they liked my stories, and I think they felt bad for me. They didn't want to send me home.
I don't think they felt bad for you.
No, they didn't.
No, the house full of kids.
They felt, believe me, trust me, was bad for me. Yeah.
Well, I loved watching you. You were actually one of my favorite players on your season.
And you are one of my favorite interviewees. Absolutely.
So
but
sweet.
You're freezing over there. Put a sweater on.
I'll be okay. I'm tough.
Listen.
So what kind of players do you usually root for when you watch?
No, on this season, I want to see people like last year. They played the game more. Now, I'm not saying nothing bad about our season, but a lot of the comps we knew who was going to win, and people were listening to certain people, and it's just how it went. I'd rather see everyone play as hard as they can and make the best person win. Girl, man, woman, whoever, made them win. But win playing hard, not win by 5 people going against 1, throwing them out, then 4 going against 1, then 3 going, you know what I mean? Play as hard as you can. That's why I respected last season. I thought they played hard. I mean, my season, you got to remember, when you're in there, you're in 168 hours in a week, you only go in that yard for 24 hours. You don't go in that yard as long as everyone thinks. And you're stuck in that house, and you're like, you almost lose your mind sometimes, you know what I mean? So it's difficult. But I wish everyone luck, and we're down here at Slate's at the premiere party for BB21, having a great time, and it's been a great time. I wish everyone the best. Take care.
Hey everybody, I'm here with Billy from Survivor. How you doing today?
I'm doing great. I'm loving the party. I'm looking forward to the Big Brother premiere, season 21. I love it.
Are you a Big Brother fan? Have you watched before?
Yes, I have. Actually, I'm friends also with a lot of Big Brothers like Adam and Victor. You know, I'm rooting for him right now on Tar. But yeah, it's all one big happy CBS reality family.
Are you excited for the new season?
I am. I believe this season is looking more unpredictable than last season. So that's probably what I'm most excited about. There was a few of us that kind of looked at last season and were like, okay, yeah, Shaggy's going down early, and it's, we kind of predicted certain outcomes. But this season, I had no idea what to expect.
Have you looked at the cast at all yet?
I have, and I'll admit, I want to root for all the East Coast, especially the New Jerseyers, even though I'm a New Yorker, but it's the same thing. Yeah. So, but as for who do I think looks like a front runner stuff, I love that. There's no way to know.
What kind of players do you usually root for? Do you like the strategists? Do you like the physical comp beasts? Do you like the floaters?
Well, I definitely like the strategists, but I also like those that don't play crazy strategy, like they feel like they need to blindside every person in the house. Like that'll I especially like the way Josh played, where he played off of the confessionals and things like that at the end, where it was totally behind everybody's back and only the people at the jury really knew what was going on. So yeah, that's my kind of player.
Okay, yeah, he did a lot in his goodbye messages, right? So you're like a sly player.
Plus, he's also a big character, and I was on my season, and he figured out how to juggle being a big character and being a big, a good strategist. Usually, you get one or the other. That's what happened to me. I was one, but not the other. But yeah, Josh figured it out. I'm hoping that we'll see something like that this season, but there's no way to know.
So I have a few questions about Survivor. I don't know how much you can answer them because they're a little bit like production-y, but let's see. So I'm really curious, how long does it take to shoot like a typical tribal council?
About 2.5 hours on average. And then you get about maybe 10 minutes of TV out of it. Mine was, my tribal council where I was eliminated was about 2 hours and 20 minutes of brutality on me, and then about 10 minutes of me just saying, what the hell, I'm gonna have some fun. And I'm glad that they showed a lot of that 10 minutes of me having fun, but I think Survivor's eliminations are much more brutal than Big Brother eliminations. But at the same time, I think we see strategy more on Big Brother because you get so much more content of Big Brother.
I mean, can you imagine if there were live feeds for Survivor?
Oh my God. Well, first of all, there'd be a lot of sitting around staring at the ground, like imagining what, like hot fudge sundaes and steak and mashed potatoes, and you would just see that look on everybody's face, like they're hungry and they know they're not gonna eat. So I can understand why there's no live feed, but at the same time, strategy on Survivor happens in spurts. They're like sprints, whereas Big Brother's a marathon. And those sprints, some of them make it on the air, some of them don't. I would like to see like Survivor get expanded to like 90 minutes every episode.
That would be amazing.
It would be awesome. First of all, more Survivor is always better. It's always great. Secondly, we get to see more of those sprints.
I totally agree. So like during the tribal council, I always feel like Jeff's questions are very pointed and kind of like give away plot points to the survivors. Is it really like that, or is there just like a ton of content that we don't see and it's just edited to look that way?
Jeff understands he's an element in the game. He knows it very well, and he revels in it. He loves it. He loves to call people out. He loves to put people on the spot. And then he wants to see you work your way out. It's not to upend you. He wants you to have to work. And he hates the players that clam up. Like there was this one player, Rick, several seasons back, where his only answer was, yep, nope, yep. And that just drove Jeff up the wall to where by the time it was his turn to be eliminated, he didn't get his episode. He basically was there and he was gone.
It's a throwaway, right?
Exactly. I love the fact that I basically put a scar in Jeff Pro's soul when I went out. It just that man probably had to have therapy for like years after I went out.
Do you ever feel like his questions like made you second guess yourself or like change your mind about something?
There's a lot of woulda, coulda, shoulda as soon as you come off the show. But then when you watch it back and you talk to other people that have played, you come to realize that everybody has basically one avenue to win, and that winner, if that avenue happened, nobody else's avenue has a chance. So even if you make it to the end, you're still lost. I always likened it to a little bit of like a battle royal in pro wrestling, where you're lucky to who you're standing next to as to whether you go far or you get thrown out. And I also liken it to the Hunger Games. In the Hunger Games, like you could just be minding your own business and boom, you're dead. So yeah, that's a lot to do with it. I like the fact that for my elimination, my tribe had to basically commit a suicide bombing. They all had to go out to take me out. So yeah, I kind of take pride in that.
You should. That's an accomplishment, right?
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, I got to stand at the shores of the Ponderosa, and each one was coming in after me, and I was like,
That must be fun.
Yeah, it's a little sweet revenge, not that I was bitter or anything.
Of course not. Who's bitter when they get voted off a Survivor?
Who's bitter? But yeah, we're all friends now. But it's great that when you get eliminated, you still have a lasting impact. The worst eliminations are the one that, if they had never played, the game wouldn't have been any different. I could say the game was changed because of me. Yeah. There was a whole tribe that did not win because they voted me out. So yeah.
All right, I have one final question for you.
Sure.
Now I know you're a big fan of all the CBS shows, right?
Yeah.
If you had the opportunity to do either Amazing Race, Survivor, or Big Brother, and you could only pick one, what would it be?
Since I've already done Survivor, I'm going to discount that one because I've done it. And out of the remaining two, I feel like the Amazing Race is so much luck. Like just the cab driver. Like you can win or lose on a cab driver. So yeah, if I'm gonna do a game of luck, I'll play the lottery. It's quick, simple, you know right away that you lost or won. So yeah, a Big Brother for sure. Plus, I kind of feel like as a person who's a personality, I like the air quotes. Personality, you're a personality if you do air quotes. That's a game where that actually can work for me. Whereas the Amazing Race, I think that'll work against me. Where people like at the ticket counter might get frazzled or get the cage rattled, and then they might not do my airline tickets right or something. It's like it works against me. So yeah, Big Brother for sure.
Thank you so much for chatting with me, Billy.
Oh, my
It was a pleasure. Thank you. Have fun tonight. All right, we are here with JoJo. How are you doing?
Hey, I'm doing great, girl. How are you?
I'm wonderful. What have you been up to lately?
I've just been up to my regular life. I moved into a new apartment. I love it. Recently, newly single.
Okay.
Absolutely. I just got back from a cruise. I went on vacation. I love my job. I'm a personal shopper. Newly single and applying to more shows, actually.
To what?
More shows.
Oh.
I want to go on like a dating show now. I've never been single.
Really? Oh, you're like a marathon date.
I got single before Big Brother. I broke up with him just to be single.
Yeah.
And then when I got out of the house, I got back in a relationship. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, it seems like the success rate of the BB showmances is pretty good, right? So, would you go on again and look for a showman?
I would go on, but not for a showman's.
Good answer.
Just to like prove myself. Because I kind of got the bad end of the deal my season, you know?
Yeah.
No alliances. Like, let me make my own alliance. Don't put me in an alliance.
Okay, that's fair.
Because that's what they did.
Right. Oh, right, because the coaches and everything,
Yeah,
right?
we had no choice. They just threw us in an alliance. I couldn't even decide who I wanted to work with or who my coach was.
So if you were playing again, is there anything else besides that you would change about your game?
Oh, a lot. A lot. I would definitely get to know people more. Take my time, because like what I did was like, and I know my faults, I picked the people that I liked and I stuck with them and I didn't give other people a chance. So I would make my rounds and work with, get to know everyone. Be a little more quiet. Just talk less.
Down a few notches.
Observe more, for sure. And don't be afraid to lie, because I'm not good at lying. But you got to do it sometimes.
It's Big Brother. You have to lie. It's part of the game.
You got to.
Yeah. So have you looked at this season's cast at all?
Briefly, because I've had a lot going on. I just got out of a relationship. I went on vacation. I got a new apartment. I work like an animal by choice. But I did a little bit, but I know there's two Staten Islanders.
Yes. Are you rooting for them?
Of course. I have to.
Yeah. Apparently they know each other.
I heard it's like a pairs thing where they pair them up or something.
There's been a lot of rumors about that, but I mean, we're going to find out tonight what's really going on.
I know. I'm so excited.
What would be like your dream twist for this season?
Oh, God. I honestly, like, I know a lot of super fans don't like it when they bring people back, but I do like it when they do. I mean, I like the mixture of the newbies and the regulars and whatever they could do with that, you know? I mean, I just love it no matter what. It's Big Brother. It's always fun and exciting.
Yeah. So if you were to come back as a vet, would you work with other vets or would you work with the newbies? What do you think?
Both. Like, I would have to feel everybody out, but, like, I wouldn't stick with vets just because we're vets. Like, work with those newbies, because those newbies, honestly, I would work more with the newbies. They would be more loyal to you.
Oh, my God, it's JoJo. I need to work with her.
You were on it before. I experienced it, even though I didn't do too great, but I know more than you do because I was here. I did it before. So, yeah, I would go with the newbies.
What is it like to watch the show after being on?
It's crazy. It's so weird because I can't even watch it with anyone because I don't shut up because I'm like, oh my God, like every little thing that happens, you're like, you have like a scenario in your head of your season and you're like, oh, this happened with that. Oh my God, yeah. Oh, or you know stuff with production and you're like, oh yeah, that's just like this. And, you know, they're telling them to do that or blah, blah, blah. Like, it's just weird or it just brings back memories of you being in that house. It's crazy.
That sounds exhausting.
It is. It's kind of like a little weird to watch it after you did it. You know, no matter what, it never gets old. Season after season, because so many memories come back in your head. You know,
it's like the most poignant memory that just like sticks out in your mind when you think of your time in the house.
Oh my God.
Good or bad?
Wow. I don't even know. I loved the first HOH. That
Remind us what that was.
Okay, so it was a teddy bear theme with the beds, and they like rotate, and one was slanted, and we had to go get across the beds and grab a big teddy bear. The thing was like half my size. I'm little. It was like 10 pounds. It was heavy as fuck. I'm sorry. It was heavy. And it was a great thing for me because I didn't think that I could do it. And out of all the girls, me and Kara were the only ones that completed it. And I'm tiny. I'm 5'2". I'm like 100 pounds. You know what I mean? I don't work out. And I just did it. And I was proud of myself. And that competition was so hard. Like, it was the hardest thing ever. My lungs, they were pumping cold air into the backyard. So it was freezing. My lungs closed up. I couldn't breathe. You were exhausted. It's way harder than it looked on TV, like so much harder. But I'm proud of myself that I got across and I won it for my team, you know, and we were safe for the week. So
I feel like a lot of people forget, like, these competitions are way harder than they look on TV. Like, they put the funny music and it looks like it's just like for fun, but it looks really tough.
I seriously couldn't breathe. And I don't know, it was a long time ago, but if you see it at the end, when I made it across finally and I won it for my team, I collapsed. Like, not fainted, but like I just went down. I'm like, I couldn't even celebrate with everyone. They cut it out. Then I celebrated. But in the moment, I'm like, I need to sit. I'm like, because I can't breathe. It was bad. It was bad, but it was worth it.
What kind of competition do you feel like you would be the most likely to win? Like a mental challenge or physical?
Physical and endurance. Okay. Nothing to do with math.
No puzzles?
No math, no puzzles. I would suck. Physical and endurance, I would kill it. I'm little, but I'm a beast. I'm a beast.
She's a beast from the East.
I am beast from the East. Yes, I am. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you so much for chatting with me tonight. All right, everybody. I'm here with Laura from BB Can 6. How are you doing?
Hi, how are you?
What? That's so cool.
Yeah, I do. So it's an Old English L and an R. It's my initials on my teeth.
Oh, that's so neat. Oh my God, you're so gorgeous.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
I was so bummed out when you were the first evicted on your season.
I was bummed out too. When I came into the house, I remember before I came on, I remember turning to my mom and I was like, I just don't want to go home week 1. And that happened. I was like, oh no.
You were one of my favorites from the preseason interviews.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I don't know. I try to be as authentic as possible, and hopefully some people relate to me out there.
Well, what do you think happened? I mean, in that first week, we don't get to see the live feed. So, what happened? Can you walk us through that a little bit?
Yeah. So basically, the first night that we were in the house, two other girls, kind of pulled me aside and said, "I want to make a girls' alliance," which I know never works, but I didn't realize that. So I was like, okay, cool, bet, like that's awesome. And then, didn't think anything of it. Did the first competition. They announced there was no power veto. I was like, okay. And then, when another guy had won the competition, I saw one of my allies kind of, cling to him.
Sam and Adam.
It was. And I think I couldn't make a connection with Adam. I really tried hard to do that, but I couldn't make a connection. And I was kind of like looking to Sam for guidance. And she was just kind of like fluffing it off, not giving it to me. And, I'm a tough talking 5-foot ankle biter, and I was like, look, like, why are you being fake right now, kind of thing. So I was just like, look, I don't respect what you're doing, this, that, and the third, and people don't like that.
So it wasn't because you didn't want to do the rap in the HOH room?
No, but okay, no. I was like, I know I look like I belong in a hip hop video, but I was like, I'm not rapping for a vote.
How do you feel about how the rest of the season played out? Because I mean, honestly, it was kind of hard to watch the guys just kind of steamroll through. How did you feel about it?
It made me sad because I kind of felt like I wanted people to find that fire. And as the weeks progressed, it was like, I don't want to get rid of him because it's too early, or I don't want to do this because it's too early. And I'm like, no, I'm like, do it. Like at home, I'm watching, I'm like, find that fire, get rid of them. Do you want to win or not? So I feel like, the beginning was like a punch. The middle was kind of okay, and then the end was like another punch again. So I was like, you guys find that fire, get rid of them.
Who would you have voted for if you were in the jury?
Dane. Even though I loved Anthony and he was like my ride or die, Dane. Because Dane is an amazing person. He's very well-rounded, and I think he deserved the money.
Would you play again, given the chance?
1,000%.
I would love to see it. I'm here for it. What would you change about your game?
I was just saying earlier, I think it's so easy in the Big Brother house to get paranoid and to like sort of spiral a little bit. But I think going in the second time, I'd be more prepared. So I think I would lay low and then go for the neck, like when I had my chance.
I like it. Are you excited for tonight's premiere? Have you checked out the cast at all?
I am very excited because I know what they're going through. I know what it feels like. I know what they're going through. So I'm just like sitting here like rooting for all of them. Like, come on, you guys. It's going to be a great season.
Who are your early favorites? Do you have anybody that you're rooting for?
I don't like to pick my draft like before the season's actually aired. I want to because I know for me personally, people always judge me before they know me. And so I think when the season comes on, I'm like, I want to see, how they are and how they play their game and how they present themselves. Then I'll pick my favorites.
Okay. What type of players do you usually root for? Do you like the strategists? Do you like the compies? Do you like the floaters who kind of go back and forth between alliances?
I'm a big fan of the strategists, but I'm also a big fan of I think I relate to people that are like myself. So when I see people on there that are very not afraid to be who they are, not afraid to say the things that people don't want to say, I always vote for the underdog. So those people, I'm always like, I want them to win. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for chatting with me tonight. I hope you have a fantastic time. Good. All right, we got the thumbs up. All right, guys, I'm here with Kaycee, the winner of BB20. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
How are you doing?
Excited to be here. How am I doing? Amazing. I mean, first time in New York, super pumped up. Yeah, I've never been here. I've always wanted to come out here, but I'm having a good time. Like being around Big Brother people. Big Brother's life for me. I love it. So it's so awesome.
What have you been up to since the big win?
So coming out the house is a little rough, trying to adjust. But everything, I'm starting to get my, my mind back. But I've been working on building my brand, myself, like Kaycee Clark. Working on a book, social strategy. So a lot of the things I did in the house can be applied to real life. And just staying busy with that. It's been crazy. But learning a bunch of new things and having fun, man. So, yeah.
Are you still playing football?
I am. So we actually just had our playoffs. We lost in the playoffs. So season's now over. But yeah, I'm still playing. Season doesn't start again until next April. So Yeah.
How have your teammates reacted?
Oh my gosh. While I was in the house, I already knew, like once I had the rainbow unitard, I already knew my teammates blew up my picture, probably laughing at me all the freaking time. And I was right. I got out the house and they like would just put my rainbow unitard like picture everywhere and just make fun of me and always, they still to this day embarrass me. We'll be out like at the airport and then they'll just be like, oh my gosh, is that Kaycee Clark? Like loud as heck. They're great. They're amazing. That's what teammates do. They embarrass you. So they embarrass the crap out of me all the time.
I mean, that was a rough start to the season for week 1 to have to wear a costume like that. Did you worry that was going to impact your game at all?
No, I didn't because I knew like as long as I had a strong social game, it wasn't going to really matter. I'm very thankful too because I mean winning Big Brother and being in 2 different costumes, I feel like I got the full experience of being in the Big Brother house, and not a lot of people get to do that. So I took it really well. And the house guests also said that too. I don't complain a lot. I just roll.
You handled it really
I just roll with the punches. I enjoy every moment, so it was awesome.
Okay, so you said you've ticked off every box on your Big Brother wish list, and you won. Would you still play again if you got the chance?
Oh, of course. Like I let no challenge down. If someone asks me to come back, I'll come back. All Stars, where you at? Let's go. Like I'm back in that house. So yeah.
Would you change your game now that people know?
Nope. Because everything that I got in my interviews and my strategy before going to the house pretty much played out to the T on how I want it to go down. And so it was amazing. Yeah.
I'm so sorry. It's all good. It's okay. No, you do you. Okay.
It's all a part of it.
It's all part of the fun. So are you excited for the premiere of the new season tonight?
Oh yeah, I'm so excited. I've been a Big Brother fan since day 1. So every summer when Big Brother comes out, I'm super pumped up.
It's your life for the summer.
Life. I got Big Brother tattoo. So you guys can't see because
Love it.
But yeah.
Have you checked out the cast at all? Who do you like so far?
Yeah, so I saw a little bit of the interviews, not everything. I just saw the CBS All Access, but I didn't get to see Aika's interviews.
I mean, Aika's interviews are where it's at, right?
Yeah, no,
she's so good.
Super good. So, but I want to see more. Like after today's show, I think I'm gonna put a whole prediction, like who I think is gonna make it far. But I'm going by vibes, energy. Like Christy, Tommy, Nick seem pretty cool.
It's like you like the East Coasters.
Yeah, there's a lot of East Coasters though. I don't even know who's on the West Coast from the show right now. I don't remember.
Yeah.
I don't remember, but we'll see.
Okay. What type of player do you usually root for? Do you like the strategist, the underdog, the comp beast?
I like it all, but my strategy, as I knew my social game was gonna take me to the very end, and then competitions would come as a bonus. I'm good at games and picking up games, but I knew that wasn't gonna take me to the end. It's more so on my social game. So I'm intrigued to watch someone that has good vibes, that knows how to use their social strategy to an advantage, and just really know how to treat people, how to talk to people, strategy, like strategizing, whether it is competitions or talking to people. I would say more so your social game. Because JC made it to the very end, he won his first competition at the very end, but his social game was amazing. So that's everything. So seeing that, I love the whole social experiment, so I'm excited. I'm excited for that.
Now that you mentioned JC, I just have to let you know, one of my favorite things from last season was that song that you guys made about Tyler.
Oh yeah!
Real Tyler?
Damn, that song, yes, that was so funny.
So funny, oh my God. It's like those little things that make a season great.
Oh yeah, I laughed so much in that house. And I feel like that's a secret in lasting through this one, because it's all mental. Like, it's so hard to be in there mentally. So I always laugh. Like, Caitlin, Rachel, and JC were the 3 that made me laugh so much in that house. But it was such a good time.
I have one more question for you. Yeah. So, say you do go back for another season, and you find yourself in there with all newbies, and then one person who maybe you didn't get along with so much. Well, I mean, you got along with everyone now.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody like from the Hive. Do you work with them, or do you vote them out and work with the new?
It was a house full of new people, and it was me and one other person that was on their side of the house. I would team up with them. Yeah, I would team up with them because I mean we had a great cast, and I loved everybody. So I would team up with them, and pick off everybody one by one, you know. But I'm all about like as soon as I stepped in that Big Brother house first day, I'm all about vibes and energy, and it's huge. It's everything because that's a lot what you can base it off of when you're meeting people, complete strangers. So I would team up with them. Yeah, heck yeah.
Kaycee, you're the best. It's so nice chatting with you.
Oh, it's fun.
I hope you have a great time today. All right, guys, I'm here with GinaMarie. She is one of the OGs of this party. Like, I feel like you're here every time.
Yeah, because you know what's good? It's literally right in my neighborhood. I could drive my Mustang, and I'm here with no problem. I was here a little late, but you know, there's traffic in New York, so we're okay with that.
It's rough. I love this orange. It's beautiful.
Thank you. I have to say, my girlfriend Jeanette has dual styles, and she dressed me today. So I have to thank her very, very, very much. And the Beauty Suite for doing my hair and makeup and all my glam. Thank you.
Thank you, glam team.
Thank you. Thank you.
I would like to thank my mom for putting this together.
Exactly.
How excited are you for the new season?
I'm always excited. I mean, I think even though some people say, oh, that season wasn't good or this season could be better, every season, my personal is absolutely amazing. It's super hard to be in that house, stressful, so anybody that enters in that house, I applaud you and I wish you the best of luck. I'm so looking forward to it.
All right, and have you previewed the cast at all? Have you watched the interviews?
Yeah, I watched a couple of interviews. Of course, I'm a fan favorite of Tommy. He's from Staten Island. He's awesome. He's going to be super entertaining this whole entire summer. I promise you that. And Sam.
Yes.
Let me tell you, I saw one of his interviews, and he goes, I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed. I'm like, I like this guy, because I ain't that smart either, so we're good, bro, we're good. But we're a physical threat, so we're okay with that.
No, there's something really special about him. He just has really good energy.
Yeah, yeah, but everybody I think is, I can't say one bad thing about somebody. They're all, I'm so excited, I'm so excited.
Okay, what kind of player do you usually root for? Do you like a comp beast, a strategist, the underdog?
Wait, say that one more time.
What kind of player do you usually root for?
I still can't hear. Freaking Alex, shut up!
What kind of player do you usually root for? Do you like the comp beast or the strategist?
Oh,
or
no.
An underdog?
You know what? I like a comp beast because I feel like if you throw competitions, you're a wuss. I know people do it for strategy, so I'm just saying, only because, like, I always said when I enter the house, if I want to be the best, I have to beat the best. So I want everybody to come on their A game and try to beat me. So that's why I kind of like the comp beast. I don't like anybody that sits alone and just floats.
I mean, yeah. Nobody likes that. Nobody likes it. That being said, do you like when they kind of like float between alliances? Like not coasting, but just kind of like floating?
I mean, I applaud somebody that can work both sides of the house, but I feel like if you want to be, a part of that one alliance and they want you to trust you, you need to stick and be part of that one alliance. Because when it gets towards the end and you need them and they think they're not trustworthy, they're just going to cut you and drop you like a bad habit. So, yeah.
Would you play again, given the chance?
Yes!
Would you change anything about your gameplay?
No, but just probably keep my mouth shut a little bit more.
I mean, you got second place, so...
That's true.
Right?
That's
you
true.
did a really good
Exterminators! She's good. She knew that.
Of course I know. What? I love her. Well, I hope you have a fantastic time tonight. Thank you so much. All right, I am here with JC. How are you tonight?
What's up? How's everything?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm perfect. Yeah.
I'm so excited to meet you. You were one of my favorite house guests last season. Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I hope this year the house guests are entertaining as well. You know, I'm hopefully because it's gonna be my first year ever watching. So, yeah.
I was just telling Kaycee one of my favorite things from last season was when you guys made up that song about Tyler. It was hilarious.
The real Tyler.
Yeah. So have you looked at this cast at all?
I have.
Okay, who do you like?
I hate like just judging people by pictures and stuff like that. So I'm gonna wait till they actually start playing and see the live feeds. So we can actually make it a feature after.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's fair, right?
I'm not gonna be one of those haters online, like be like, oh, I don't like this one, blah blah blah. No. I'm gonna wait till I see what they're doing and then like go with the flow with it. Yeah.
I feel like last season, you really were doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes that maybe they didn't necessarily show on the actual TV show. What move are you the most proud of?
Definitely getting Scottie out. That was killer, because that was either this move makes me go all the way to final or just it's gonna like ruin my whole game. But it worked for me because I threw myself there. I had a really good social game. I don't care what people say. I am not gonna be modest about it. I think my social game is what took me that far in the game, and every single little move I did, it worked. I made it top 3. I couldn't be any happier about those results.
You were really amazing at floating back and forth between the two sides. Is that what you want to see this season? Do you want to see the house split like that?
I hope someone can do the same I did. It was really hard to do, so it was like in the middle, like keeping like a balance between one and the other one. So, yeah, no, everyone can do that. So hopefully, yeah, sorry.
No, do your thing. So, would you play again given the chance?
I'm not answering that.
What's that?
I'm not answering that.
You're not answering that. Oh, okay. That's fair. What do you think of this season, the camp theme?
What do I think about what?
The house theme, the camp, summer camp.
Oh, I actually like it. I don't like how like it's so crazy that it kind of like takes the attention of the players, but I think it was a good team and it looks amazing, and they had a huge budget, I guess, because those things look expensive. If I was there, I would be breaking it all over.
Well, thank you so much for chatting with me. I hope you have a wonderful time tonight. So nice to meet you. Okay. All right, I am here with Enzo, aka Meow Meow. How
Let's
are you?
go. Very good, very good. I'm here with you, so we're good. That's it. We're good.
What a charmer.
Definitely. That's what got me all the way to the end, definitely.
I know. Well, there's a lot of excellent gameplay in there as well.
Of course, yeah. So I like this one. I like her. I do. I like this. All right.
What have you been up to lately? What's going on?
I have a rap album coming out, and I'm going to perform tonight.
You are?
And you guys think this guy can't rap. You're going to see tonight. You'll see.
All right.
You'll see tonight.
I'm excited about it.
Yes.
Are you excited for the new season?
I am. I just don't know who's who yet. I haven't really watched anything. I haven't seen anything, so I'm just going to start with like how the season starts, and I'll see how it goes. That's all.
Okay.
You know?
I like it.
So I got no favorites. I have nothing because I don't know anybody yet.
I think that's kind of a good way to go in, though, because then you don't have any, like, preconceived...
I don't read no bios, no nothing. That's it.
Okay.
So we'll see.
I was talking to Matt earlier, and we were talking about the whole legacy of the brigade, because you guys really had something special there.
Yes.
And you started a trend that I feel like people try to replicate that alliance every year.
We had nicknames, side alliances. I think that's why no one from the gate ever went back, because we broke the fucking game. We broke it. Like, we broke it.
Well, I mean, they had something like that on the last season of Big Brother Canada, too.
Yeah, they replicated it a little bit, yes, they did. Because they got to the end. Those 3 got to the end, yes, you're right.
But, I mean, other than that, I haven't really seen it actually succeed.
Yes, you're right.
What do you think was so special about your group that allowed you to pull that off?
Well, me. But just me. That's basically it. Just me. That's it.
Okay.
Now, I love everyone that was in it. Lane was funny. Hayden was a good guy. And Matt was the gremlin, so you got to like Matt.
Yeah. Do you still keep in touch with any of your castmates?
Lane and Matt, I'm not too much Hayden, but Lane and Matt, definitely.
Nice. So you still been watching the show. What kind of players do you usually root for? Do you like the underdog? Do you like the mastermind? Do you like the compies?
I like the people that are not dumb. Just don't be dumb. Like, you got, like, I played the game, I know. You gotta know when someone ain't on your squad. You gotta know if you just gotta know. Just don't be dumb. That's it. Like last year, there was a lot of dumb gameplay. That's all. That's all like dumb players.
Would you play the game again if you had the chance?
It depends. It depends. I probably would. Because now I'm single, so I would like to mingle while I'm in there. I'd like to do that, so we'll see.
Would you have a showmance?
What?
Would you go for a showmance?
Yeah, like 3 showmans. Fuck it. I mean, I'm having my fun in there. I'm single. I'll have my fun in there. How are you not gonna have a showmance with me? Come on. The fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Come on.
Would you change anything else about your game?
No. I played a perfect game. It's just I got unlucky at the end. That's all it is.
I mean, a lot of it really is luck.
Yeah, that's all it was. I got very unlucky at the end. That's all it was. I got all the way to the end. I did what I had to do. That's it. I'm proud of what I did.
They've really changed the game a lot over the last few years. What is one thing that you would love to see come back? Maybe like the keys, whatever ring, food competitions, anything like that. What do you miss?
I don't know. I guess that. I like. What do I fucking like? I like. I don't know. I don't fucking know. I'm like flappy. I'm like stuck in that question. I don't know. I really, you know what it is? I really don't give a fuck. So I just whatever comes.
You're
back.
just there for the ride.
Yeah, that's it. Whatever. That's it. Whatever happens, happens. That's it.
Thank you so much for chatting with
Thank
me.
you. Thank you so much.
It was
Have
nice
a good
to be
night.
here. All right, we're here with OG Monica, one of my favorite people to talk to every year.
Thank you so much. I had to come represent Big Brother too. I had to.
Is Bunky here too? Is Bunky here too?
His flight is delayed. He's on his way. Yes, yes. And that's why I'm here, because I haven't seen him in a long time. So I want to see him. I love him.
So what have you been up to lately? You're rocking Radio City?
I'm still rocking Radio City. On my birthday, which was on Saturday, Diana Ross. I forgot I was at work. I had a great time. I've been chilling. Everything has been good.
Okay. Did you work the Tonys again?
Yes, I did work the Tonys.
Nice.
I love the Tonys. It was a good year this year. It was a really good year.
Have you seen any shows lately? I just saw Beetlejuice and it was amazing.
No, I didn't think it was going to be good, but after I saw the Tonys and I saw Beetlejuice, that's on my list to see.
I'm telling you, it's amazing.
I believe you. It was really good. I saw Ain't Too Proud to Beg. Ain't Too Proud was excellent. I loved it, loved it, loved it.
All right. Are you excited for tonight's premiere?
I'm excited to be here because it's always good to see new faces and old faces. I just want to find out if the new faces know the old faces.
I know.
How about that? So I might have to get people to introduce me.
I would love to introduce Monica to everyone.
Hi, everybody.
She is fabulous every year.
Every year. I appreciate y'all.
Girl, you are an original.
Thank
You
you so
deserve
much.
respect.
Thank you so much. Thank you. See y'all later.
Hello. I am here with some of my lovely viewers. Can you guys introduce yourselves?
I'm Jack. Hello. I'm Chris.
Okay, and you said this is your first time at one of these parties?
Yeah.
Are you sleeping yet?
This is like the most exhilarating experience I think I've ever been through in my life. There's so many people, so many fun big things, people dancing, and everything. Trying to be outgoing, but I don't know, we're doing our best.
I think you're doing great.
Yeah.
So who are you excited about for this coming season? Are you ready for
Any of the women.
Yeah.
Isabella.
Isabella is
Yeah. 100%. I know she's not going to make it far, but I'm pulling for her 120%.
Anything that she could do, we were excited.
She has some queen potential.
Queen potential.
All right, introduce yourself.
My name is Jacqueline. I'm from New Jersey.
Okay, and we've got a lovely Madrosed viewer here, and a crocheter. Yes. Which is so cool. We were just talking about crochet and nerding out about yarn. Who are you excited about for this season? Who are you rooting for?
I'm rooting for David right now, but
Okay.
we'll see.
Okay, have you heard the rumors?
Yeah, I know.
I know. It's not looking great for him.
But Annalise, after Brett's anal lice, you can't not
I know. So funny. Oh my goodness. What do you think of the camp theme?
It's okay. I think it's a little bit tacky.
Okay.
But better than some other themes for sure.
Okay. And what kind of twist would you like to see?
I'd like to see couples. Like, I'd like them to all be not related, but all connected.
Okay, cool. Hi, what's up?
Yo, I am so in love with your mama. I'm your biggest fan. Come and do videos with me. We got this together.
Check it out. He covers Big Brother. recap?
I sure do.
We got 7 minutes until the premiere of Big Brother 21, people.
Every
7
season,
minutes.
I got you. Mama, we can do it together.
He's trying to steal my business
Did I
partner.
steal you? I need a mama
Now,
too.
Very nice. Who are you rooting for this season?
It's about.
I would have to say that I am rooting for Bella.
Bella?
Bella's my number one. Yo, Bella, you got this the whole way. East Coast, we hear Bella. Hey.
Oh man, we got one of our favorite Madrosed subscribers. What's going on, Dominic?
Nothing much. It's my 3rd year in a row premiering. You live chatted probably know me as Romero from the live chat, but tonight I'm just Dominic.
Nice. How you doing tonight?
All right. Just glad to not be working.
Yeah, right. How you doing, Carrie?
I'm hanging in there. I'm so hungry, and thank goodness they brought out little spring rolls because that's keeping me
Yeah, we got
alive.
5 minutes to the Big Brother premiere.
Great job.
5 minutes and
Working that camera for me. Thank you so much. I love you. And now you can get wasted.
You haven't watched the video yet.
I'm sure it's wonderful.
Thank you.
I'm sure it's wonderful.
It should be noted that Maddie has been mobbed by fans.
What's that?
That Maddie has been mobbed by fans. Everyone here recognizes her.
Everybody's so sweet. I can't believe it. So who do you like so far? I'm sure you're rooting for the Staten Islanders, right?
Yes. I'm going to go with the Staten Islanders, but other than that, I'm not going to get invested with anyone because I've been burned the past 2 seasons by liking someone early on. Then by the halfway point, I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe this is who I rooted for.
I felt that a few times as well. It's natural.
Yeah.
All right, what kind of twist are you hoping for?
Minimal.
Minimal twist?
As little production interference as possible, even though we've all heard the rumors someone's already been booted. Even though they know that's our least favorite twist, they brought it back.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
All right, we're going to find out in just a little bit.
You guys, welcome to the Big Brother 2-night premiere event.
The man with the chiseled jaw.
50 states, $50. Collect them all for $100. July 4th lands on a Thursday.
I don't know. I thought he was going to be redneck. I guess he's not.
But what about Jack, though? What about Jack,
Deals on accommodations starting at 15% off.
Oh, Aquaman.
Be a booker at booking.com.
Aquaman is Aquaman. And I'm excited to see what he brings to the table.
I think he's going to bring the whole table.
He's going to bring the table and the fish, the whole ocean.
Yeah. I just got the first look at my lipstick in a while, and I'm horrified.
Caller done. Call services screening for people 50 and older and average
In a while, and I'm horrified.
I'm always in an act for finding things. Only answer to be exact. And I find it non-invasive. No need for time off for special prep. It all starts here.
Here I am.
Your sample, and Cologuard uses the DNA in the stool to find 92% of colon
Old
cancer.
habits die
You always
hard.
count on me to know where to
I
go.
know, it's because I can't like sit my butt down early enough to get up to eat. And I'm like, well, I guess I'll just sit
With Domino's carry-out insurance, we'll remake your order for free.
It's only an hour this time though, so I don't want to, I'm not going to feel like I need to die.
Even if it's not your fault. Like if it's whoever that guy's chasing's fault.
But yeah, turns
Or if
out
it's man's best
people
friend's
do
fault.
know each other, and it was part of the
Or,
twist.
even if it is, ultimately, your fault.
So I'm excited to see what
Carry
some of the
out
other
Domino's
connections
large
are
free
that
topping
maybe
pizzas
the
for
previous students
$7.99
of
each.
Twitter have not
With
discovered
Domino's
yet.
carry-out
We'll
insurance,
see.
just bring it back.